morning. Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me just like every Thursday. And we had to have him twice this week. We're so lucky. We have my good buddy, Digger Jim. Jim, what is going on, sir?
Man, I'm excited to see some figures tonight. It's one of the rabbit holes I've never fallen really deeply into. So, I get to live vicariously through Dave.
Right. And, of course, my other co-host this evening, he is a frequent guest and collaborator, none other than Mr. Mark Andrews. Mark, how you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing well, Gary. How's things?
Things are great. I'm happy to be out of work and hanging out with you gentlemen tonight. Yeah, and, of course, coming back for yet another round of the 10-1-1, we have Mr. Dave Bratton. Dave, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be hanging out with you guys.
Right, and tonight, well, I'll let you explain what your theme is to the people that are watching.
Sure. Tonight, I, surprise, have action figures, but if you were to take a look at my collection, you would see that the vast majority of my action figures are superheroes or Star Wars related. And for tonight's show, I wanted to go a really different route. No superheroes, no Star Wars. So I've eliminated the vast majority of my collection. And I'm also not going to show things that I've shown on your show before, like no ElfQuest figures, no Indiana Jones. Like, it's all pop culture. It's just not superheroes or Star Wars.
All right, I'm nice. I gotta go.
No.
See you later.
So,
what if it's Godzilla though, Jim?
Oh, that's true.
It's not.
But it's not. So I'm out now.
No pseudo dinosaurs. So not my thing. No Transformers. But if anyone saw the picture up on Gary's YouTube channel and you're like, wait, is that Dave? That is a picture of me from high school rocking the mullet from the 80s.
Wow.
And part of the reason I was okay sending that picture is because as I was going through these figures, these pop culture action figures, I realized the majority of them were from 80s properties, formative part of my youth. So I'm like, you know what? Let's send the mullet picture. And
everybody had a mullet at some point in their life, Dave.
Oh yeah.
And don't forget, George Clooney had a mullet on The Facts of Life.
Absolutely.
You did.
I never had a mullet, Gary.
I don't think they were allowed to in Canada, but
right.
Here, the Canadian hockey players, almost every single. I think they still have mullets.
Right. Go on, Mark.
That's called helmet head.
Helmet head.
They're just calling it a different Canadian word. That's all.
Family show, Gary.
Right. So we have Ruby G, Calm Cool Collected. Great to see you, Ruben. Hope you and the family are doing well, sir. We have one of our favorites here, Brad Wellbore. Good evening, Brad. Always great to see you, buddy. Also experiencing the Great White North with the rest of us. We have one of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the Jiggerbro. Good evening, Jerry. Awesome to see you, buddy, as always. We have Mr. Doug Bratton, the brother to Mr. Dave Bratton. Good evening, Doug. And we have we have Warlord. Good evening, Warlord. Great to see you, sir. And let's see. We have conversations going on. All right, so business in the front, party in the back. Yep. All right. Yep. But we will give a quick tip of the hat to those who are getting their notifications and joining us. But for now, though, Dave, it's all about you, sir. What would you like to start us out with?
So I'm going to lead off with an action figure, a character from my all-time favorite Christmas movie.
Nice.
And in fact, I think it's the greatest Christmas movie ever made. This Christmas movie came out in 1988, and it promised to blow audiences through the back.
Die Hard.
John McClane.
I love it.
Yep. This
I
is
didn't even know they did that.
NECA Cult Classics, made in 2005. I happened upon this at a toy show, the Wayne Toy Show. And I'm like, you know what? These things aren't easy to come by. It was a reasonable price. And I'm like, hey, what's the best you can do? And he's like, I can do this. I'm like, that's barely more than an action figure now. Yes.
Take it.
So
But
Yeah.
I love
Decided to add this to my collection.
Once you got the movie poster right to the left.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oversized blister pack on it, which is great. And then you had the movie poster on the cover art, which is on the card.
Ironically, the original movie posters for Die Hard did not have Bruce Willis on them. They did not think he would be able to sell or open the film. So the very original ones, or the very first ads, just had the buildings.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
So
In Nakatomi Plaza.
Very cool.
yeah, no, there is a great on Netflix. They have the toys that made us, the movies that made us. There's a great behind the scenes on Die Hard. I highly recommend it. Get some wild, insane facts, like they were contractually obligated to offer this movie to a different actor.
Oh,
That
Wow.
actor was one Frank Sinatra.
no.
Contractually obligated because he'd been in a film earlier. I think was it called The Detective? I'm not remembering exactly. And because the script or the story to this, the book to this, was originally a sequel to that, they had to go to him. And old Blue Eyes at that point was no.
No.
Yeah,
I think it was like
a little too old for it.
something. Yeah, he's like, no. So it goes to Bruce Willis. Movie history is made.
Now, did they make a Hans figure too?
To the best of my knowledge, this is the only one, at
Oh.
least from this series. Now, perhaps they're like mini mates or something. I have no idea.
You know,
Yeah.
one of my favorite pieces of trivia about that movie too is that that they surprise dropped
Yes.
him, and you know that's his real reaction to being
That's his real
dropped.
reaction. Yep.
Filling
Absolutely.
his
He
pants.
was, yeah, I mean,
I didn't know that either.
Hans Gruber is one of
Yeah.
the all-time great
Oh yeah.
movie villains.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. 100%.
Yeah, it was a safe
Performed.
drop, Jim, but they didn't let him know.
Oh, they
They
didn't
They
tell
only
him.
catch his authentic facial reaction.
They said
my
we're going to
God.
go on 3, and then McTiernan, the director, went to the crew, drop him on 2. They did. They did. So, yep.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that either. That's crazy.
Yep. So that's the first one.
That's
My first-
cool.
Well, that's a great one to lead out with. Who doesn't love Die Hard?
Yeah.
I've quoted that movie more than once.
I'm sorry.
I've quoted that movie more than once. When
Yeah.
something really horrible is going on, I go, yeah, come to New York, have some laughs.
Right.
From the coast, have a few laughs.
Exactly.
So good. So good. So my next set, very quintessentially 80s, although it's from a movie series that started in the 70s.
Ooh.
Started as a very more serious set of films, and by the time its sequels rolled around, they were just kind of almost, you know, action films. They were fun, and that was featuring one Sylvester Stallone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
Rocky
wow.
films. These are the NECA Rocky figures. I don't know if I have all of them. I have most of them, but I just don't think you get more quintessentially 80s than Mr. T
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Clubber Lang.
or
Man.
the Cold War, you know, Ivan Drago,
No.
you know. So
I will
I
drop you.
have this set of figures. They're really well made. They're very cool. The likenesses are terrific. Now, some of the things I'm going to show you, I'm going to have multiple, and some it won't be as many. Some will be in the package, some won't. But I had these handy, and I
The
pulled these.
Travato clause is always enabled.
Yeah.
Oh, the Travato clause. I am using the heck out of the Travato clause. I have new uses for that tonight. Believe me.
So look how much bigger one looks. I mean, look how big he looks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny too is, I mean, the Rambo franchise followed the same formula, right? You had like a serious drama-filled first movie,
Yes.
and then the rest were just action set pieces.
Kind
Yeah.
of like almost cartoonish, you know.
Yeah.
It's but they were fun.
What about Thunder Lips?
So, and it was somewhat similar to wrestling. You have your,
Yeah.
you know, your good guy and your heel, and you know, and that's kind of what those movies became. Creed, I think, was fantastic.
Yeah.
But even then, like, you know, you think of classic bad guys. Ivan Drago always pops into mind. He's so embedded in pop culture with Dolph Lundgren, you know.
Decades later, you know, I must break you. If he dies, he
Yeah.
dies. You know, those lines live on.
You do. And just the presence when he first walks on the screen and he makes Sylvester Stallone look like a little person.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Dolph Lundgren is a big man.
Yeah. He's a big guy.
And Sylvester Stallone is
He's
not.
tiny.
Like, I'm 6'1". If you put me next to Stallone, like, I'm not going to look like Drago, but I'm going to look a heck of a lot taller. So, you know, and Mark will look like Drago.
He would be little.
I don't know if he'd come up to your chin. Yeah, he's not a tall guy, and that was part of the magic of the movies, you know.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, the shape he was in was amazing.
Oh, unbelievable!
I mean,
Yes.
back. I mean, even now, Sylvester Stallone's in incredible shape. You wouldn't want to take a punch from him. You're like, I'm good.
But you look at him. You look at him in 1, and then you look how svelte he is in 3. Like when they send him to, go like change his whole style of boxing, he had to have lost like, I don't know, 20 pounds, and then he put on nothing but lean muscle. He looked incredible.
That was very 80s,
Well, and
guys that look like that, the rippling muscles, action heroes.
And that was also like the big rivalry at that time between him and Stallone, trying to outdo each other at the box office, and
Yeah, another guy who's big, but he's not as big as you think he is. Like,
I don't know, especially if you see like the Conan the Destroyer pics with like Chamberlain and Andre next to him, and he looks like
yeah. I mean, I think he's about 6 feet tall or so, which is tall. Yeah. But on the movie screen, he looks like he's 7. He looks giant.
Right.
So,
Well, especially when they always shoot him looking up, right?
Exactly.
No, Brad, there's not.
Are you kidding? These are great.
Mark Andrews not in the City Hall. He is the Bay.
He is the Bay. He owns a chunk of it anyway.
So two great 80s picks so far.
Yeah, no doubt.
Going for another iconic film from the 80s, which spawned, in my opinion, some pretty uninspiring sequels. I'm being generous. But it inspired a show decades later that I think is utterly fantastic. Ooh. And so we're going to jump into the Karate Kid universe.
Oh, yeah.
The Cobra Kai universe. So
I love the Karate Kid when it came out. I was just like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Right, if done right, no can defend.
Very Rocky in its feel, like directed by the director of Rocky, which may have had something to do with it. But classic 80s film. The sequels, I don't care for them at all. But Cobra Kai, the TV show that came out in 2018, mined those original films, including the ones that aren't very good, for some great characters and some great storylines. And this is what I say. This is my opinion. If you had told me that the Karate Kid would come up with a better legacy sequel decades later than the Star Wars films, hey Tina, than the Star Wars films, I would have laughed at you. I would have said, you're dead wrong.
Yeah.
And I would have been dead wrong.
Right, because Cobra Kai became a cult sensation.
A blast to watch. Just so much fun. And I was very underwhelmed with the Star Wars sequels.
But and also though, I mean, that I like the first two. I like the second one a lot too.
Okay.
But the thing for those movies for me is Pat Morita made those movies for me.
Yeah.
Agreed. He was incredible.
He was just the heart of those films. Like
he was.
If it wasn't for Pat Morita, I don't think that becomes a franchise.
No.
I think you're right.
And I'm not trying to take anything away from.
No. Yeah, he was the Obi-Wan. He was the wise.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio was fine, but he couldn't carry that movie by himself. Right.
No.
And I believe, was he nominated for Best Supporting for the first one? He might have been.
I don't know, but
I'm not sure. Just told me.
Yeah, Pat Morita just has such charisma.
And the funny thing is, they didn't want him at first.
No.
Because he was, I'm blanking on the character's name from Happy Days.
Arnold.
Arnold.
He was Arnold from Arnold.
Like that silly comedian guy from Happy Days.
Yeah.
And then he wowed them. And his most emotional and moving speech in that film, when he was talking about learning about, I think did his wife die in childbirth?
Yeah, his wife and child.
Yeah. And he was commemorating that day, and he'd been drinking, And it's just a really emotional, powerful scene. Initially, the studio wanted to keep the movie rolling. They're like, take that scene out. And they're like, we're not doing that. You need this scene in the film.
Right.
Yeah.
Powerful scene. So they fought back. They fought to keep it in. They kept it in. And I mean,
it gives it an emotional punch it needs.
Oh yeah.
So I said it gives it an emotional punch it needs.
Yeah, I think they
100%.
had to have that part.
Yeah.
That's what brings them together to a closer level.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing I did want to tell you about a couple of these figures, and I'm going to jump back for a second. These were created by Icon Heroes. NECA has their own line, which I have those, but it's a lot, and I didn't want to pull them all out.
Right.
But I enjoyed these figures a lot, and I use these. For those watching who don't know, I have a channel called Action Figure Comedy, and I've produced over 100 videos on the channel, and I did some Karate Kid Cobra Kai videos, and they're the ones. I think the one with this is my most viewed video at 41,000 views. It's Karate Kid and superheroes or something like that. I did it a few years ago, and actually using the Rocky one, I did a video called Deadpool Manages Rocky. It's my favorite video that I did for that channel. It was the one, like, when I watch them now, I'm like, yeah, they're amusing. You know, that one's okay. You know, it's all right. This is the one where I was laughing as I was writing it. And it still cracks me up to this day. It doesn't mean everybody's going to have the same response. Right. But the gist of it, Deadpool gets Rocky a fight against Doomsday.
Oh, God.
You can all imagine how that goes. And I wrote my favorite line of dialogue in there, which was when Deadpool's being interviewed in the aftermath of the disastrous fight. And the interviewer says, you know, didn't the weight differential of 4,000 pounds give you pause? And Deadpool's response is, who knew that mattered in boxing? So it doesn't end well for Rocky, but that's probably my favorite.
And talking about media tie-ins, though, is one of my favorite commercials ever was the brisk lemonade commercial with Rocky, with the claymation. Yeah, and it's like, stop ringing that bell. I can't concentrate. And he's like all dopey from being punched. It's one of the best, funniest commercials ever.
Yeah, brisk, baby.
What is it? What is the channel again?
Action Figure Comedy.
All right, I'm gonna.
Some of it's pretty funny, Jim. You know, because he's my friend.
If you've never seen it, it's going to be hilarious.
Thanks, Mark.
It doesn't
completely suck.
Man, with ringing endorsement like that, you don't need any more friends, Dave.
Yeah. When your friends are like, that's all right. But watch that one at least. I think that one's pretty good. So that brings me to the next. We're still in the 80s now.
Okay.
This movie was a phenomenon in the 80s as well. And it has been called by some the perfect movie. And I'll say this, when I watch it, every single scene, I'm like, oh, there's a great scene. Oh, there's a great scene. Oh, there's a great scene. But it does something weird. There are no real character arcs in the film for the main characters, which is unusual. So with all that set up, we're going to go back to the future. So Marty McFly, the NECA, again, NECA, because they do some tremendous work. And I'll say where they really nailed it.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Wow.
Spot on.
Yeah, he's perfect.
He really is. So, you know, I love the first film. The sequels are fine. You know, they're not my favorite. The first,
I love the third one with with the trains and the Western. I think the third one's got such a charm to it.
Yeah, I don't like the third one as much.
Yeah. Great history with those movies too, right? Like with Michael J. Fox wasn't supposed to be the main guy.
No, they filmed with Eric Stoltz. They filmed,
which is just nuts, right?
Actor, and then they're like, "Nope, you're out." I heard a story about that, which was pretty crazy. When they did the first table read, I believe this is when and I'm blanking on her name, Leah Thompson. They did the first table read, and this is when she suspected this may not go well with Eric Stoltz, if I'm remembering the story correctly. after the first table read, they asked Eric Stoltz what he thought about it, and he's like, I think it's really sad, because he ends up back with his parents and they've all lived a life that he doesn't remember, and I'm like, oh, that's the takeaway from this.
I was like, yeah, he was missing kind of the point of the movie.
Incredible action comedy, but it's sad because of that. Oh, okay. So that's the story she told. And the crazy thing about that, Michael J. Fox didn't sleep. He was filming Family Ties and Back to the Future concurrently. Like, it's great that flying, filming during the day, all night. And
who didn't watch Family Ties at that time either? Everyone was watching Family Ties.
Yeah, it was a huge show, huge hit. It was a big hit, a good show for its time, and it had the enviable position of having the Cosby Show, the #1 show, as its lead-in. Right. So he was huge with that show and when that movie broke, to the point where they had a movie in the can that they hadn't released called Teen Wolf, and once the future blew up, they're like, well, let's get Teen Wolf out.
And then that blew up too.
Yep. And it did pretty well. Yeah, it wasn't okay. It wasn't Back to the Future, but it did well.
No, but they still made like what it was the sequel with him, and then they made another one with Jason Bateman.
I think
and then they brought the franchise back in the early 2000s, I think, on HBO or ABC or something like that.
Yeah. It became a television show. I think that there was only one movie sequel starring Jason Bateman. I don't think Michael J. Fox was in the second one.
I think you're right. Yeah, it was just Teen Wolf 2 and it was Jason Bateman.
Yeah, and I don't recall ever seeing that one. But I liked Teen Wolf when I saw it. Although even as a kid, I'm like, wait, they just scored a basket and now they're all jumping up and down celebrating. I'm like, the game's not over. Like, dribbling that ball, like whoever wrote that scene didn't know a lot about basketball.
No.
And what's funny too, like another one, right? You have people say flux capacitor who have no idea where it comes from.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just one of those things that became part of pop culture.
Right. Oh yeah. 88 miles per hour, a DeLorean.
Yeah. I'm surprised Brad hasn't mentioned, but Michael J. Fox is a good old Edmonton, Alberta boy.
Canadian.
Yeah. I'll do it for you, Brad. It's okay.
Yeah. So
know what I thought was funny too is what was the dad's name? Michael Grossman.
I think Michael Gross.
Michael Gross, who went on, and got even big with the Tremors movies.
Tremors.
Oh yeah,
Tremors is a great film.
With him and what's her name?
Rita
McEntire, right? They were great.
Rita McEntire, in my opinion, and we're veering off here, and that's okay. Tremors has the best FU in cinema history. Watch it and you see what Kevin Bacon does with it. I dare you to contradict me on that.
Yeah, so, no doubt.
I mean, but again, the cast was so great in that, and everyone forgets to mention, like, he was a great character actor too. Was Fred Ward? Fred Ward was great in that movie.
Fantastic. Yep. Agreed.
I don't know, everything about that movie is just so much fun. Like, you watch I remember when I first watched Tremors, I was like, I can't believe how good this is.
Yeah,
this is just great.
It was not a big success.
No.
Sort of an unusual film, like a horror comedy, but so good. Graboids.
I feel like that was one of those ones that picked up after it left the theater. Went to DVD and they actually built a cult following type thing.
Yeah, I mean, they made several sequels.
Yeah.
Right. Even up to the last couple years.
I think so. They did.
So. I think at least it was 5 years ago the last sequel came out.
Was it?
Oh, I don't know.
To be honest, I saw the first one. I think that was it. I think some of the original actors came back. I don't think Kevin Bacon did, but I think
no.
No, but Michael Gross was in most of them though.
Yeah.
But if you notice, that was all he was in.
Yes.
Hey,
but you got
to pay bills.
You get your money where you get your money. That's what $10
is $10.
That's right.
So,
well, I mean, it's funny because you're talking about those times too, and it's the same thing with oh gosh, I just want to say his name and now I'm blanking on it. The guy who plays Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
yes.
Now that you've,
It's gone.
I know his name, but now that I have to think of it,
Right, exactly. As soon as I went to say it left me. But he played Willie on V, and everyone he became the face of V. Like he was this nice, cute alien guy that everybody loved.
Robert Englund.
Robert Englund. And then he went and took the Freddy Krueger thing just so he wouldn't be typecast, and then he became Freddy Krueger for the rest of his life.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
very typecast.
Robert Englund. Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Wow, I'm just doing like the old guy, like blanking as soon as I go to say stuff. Things.
You know what?
Thank you, Gary.
If I ever got on Jeopardy, if they asked me my name, I'd be like, I knew it when I got into the studio. Like,
what?
Whoop. So do I have a badge?
Exactly. Oh, my name is Eva. Oh, Dave. Sorry, that was upside down. So now we're going on to the fifth thing. And we're going to take a little interlude, a little break from the 80s. Most everything's 80s. This is not. And this is where I invoke the Travato clause because I'll show you a couple different things. We call these, I guess, the Whedon figures. Because this is vampire. So
I have a bone to pick with those figures.
Okay.
The Whedon.
Because I had those figures.
Uh-huh.
And I take care of my stuff. For some reason, the elbow joints would just like the figures, the arms just broke for no reason.
Yeah.
My Willow and my Buffy.
Brittle.
Just
Very
so
brittle.
The female figures broke on you, Gary.
Well, I didn't have Angel.
Oh, okay.
I had Willow and Buffy, and both their arms broke.
What exactly were you doing with her?
Yeah, we just wondered what you were doing.
So we're gonna move on. David Boreanaz. Is anyone more a quintessential TV star than this guy?
Right,
man. No lie.
Angel for 3 years on Buffy, 5 years on Angel. Then he was on Bones for how many years? And now he's a Navy SEAL. Like
Navy SEAL.
This guy's been a TV star we're pushing 30 years, I think.
Well,
easily.
He took like the Tom Selleck route.
What's that?
He took like the Tom Selleck route.
Just stay on TV.
Or even the actor Sam from Cheers, who's been on show after show after show.
Yep.
Dancing, right.
Well, and going back to the Whedon figures, here's another example of a guy who's doing that. Nathan Fillion.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, it's funny. I was looking some of these up today.
And I love Firefly.
Firefly is a phenomenal show.
And I love the movie Serenity.
Awesome.
No, I've never watched an episode of Firefly. Not one.
Really? Dude, you are so missing out. It is so good.
I don't know why.
It's fantastic. And I'll tell you what, it's such a light lift because there are like 15 episodes in a movie. Like
I know it has what's his name? Alan Turdock. I love that guy.
Oh, Alan Tudyk's great in everything.
Lots of stars.
Him in A Knight's Tale too.
Lots of stars you'll recognize. Marina Baccarin.
I was gonna say Marina Baccarin, who's still absolutely and was also in the V remake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was. And
what's her name?
Vanessa and Deadpool. She's on a new movie that's out now with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
He's on Amazon. Yep. I want to check that out.
I was trying to think of the actress's name. She was in the Mad Men.
Oh, Mad Men. Yeah. Oh, yes. I know. She was in a couple episodes.
She was
Tina Hendricks or something.
Yeah, she was his wife. Her character was
fantastic.
Only
in a couple episodes. Fantastic. Yep. And
Nathan Fillion is another Edmonton boy.
That and you know what? And when Firefly was on, I love Marina Baccarin because she's absolutely gorgeous. But Jewel State was she was like this cutesy beauty on that show, which just like took your breath away every episode.
Don't forget,
and of course Summer Glau, who was my absolute favorite. I wish she would have did more.
Her name, I met her. Of course, it flew out of my head. She played Zoe. She's been in Suits. She's been in lots of stuff, and I'm embarrassed that I'm forgetting her name, but she's fantastic. She was also on Angel for a little while. She played Alan Tudyk's wife. on the show.
She
was
Gina
badass
Torres.
Gina Torres. Thank you.
And she was also in like that Cleopatra 2025. Oh, she was in a Gina Torres is a great genre actor. She is amazing.
She's awesome.
And she's still gorgeous too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, that all these actors, Jim, I think you got to check it out.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Good.
I mean, it's got to be playing somewhere.
And Dave, how sad was it in Serenity with
Don't spoil it for Jim.
Don't spoil.
That's the movie, right? No, that's the movie, right? Okay.
Well, it's great.
Serenity might be Joss Whedon's best film. He's directed a handful.
And when that movie came out, that turned me on to the actor Chiwetel Ejiofor, because I'm like, what an incredible villain this guy is.
Unbelievable.
Like, quiet, but so menacing in every single scene.
And now he's gone on to have a phenomenal career.
Right. But he was incredible. He stole every scene he was in Serenity.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal. And I'll say this, the thing that bothered me about Serenity, nothing about the film did. The way that film was marketed bothered me, because they focused on, from the creator of Buffy. I'm like, that's kind of a niche show. Like, you're not going to reach a broad audience doing that. You need to like get some great music and make this look like the next Star Wars, even though it's not exactly that kind of film.
Right.
It's oh my gosh, because that movie's fantastic. And it did not do well, and it should have.
The dialogue is amazing in that movie.
And here's the thing. I know Whedon's had his issues and fallen out of favor. That man can write.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, can he write? His dialogue's incredible. His characters.
His musical.
Things that happen. Musical was phenomenal. He has an enormous amount of talent.
It's just wrapped in the package of an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've never met the man. I can't say, but a lot of people have had their issues with him.
Once you see all the reports over the years, like, man, all that came out. And one of the saddest bits of news this year, too, was, oh my gosh, why am I blinking on absolutely everything tonight? But
Crib Notes, Gary, Crib Notes.
Well, he didn't know we were going to be talking about Joss Whedon.
Michelle Trachtenberg, that she died this year.
Yeah.
Last year, when she died last year.
Yeah.
Because she was like not even 40, but she had that
37.
Really young. Yeah. From Buffy.
But she had like a physical ailment that she kept battling, and
Yeah.
So that's my interlude, my breakaway from the 80s.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Once More Feeling was fantastic. Take care, Doug. Buffy
I still have that soundtrack on my playlist, Dave.
Do you? That's awesome.
And I could sing every damn song, not well, but I still know all the words.
That's going to be a show. Gary sings Buffy.
There you go.
I unabashedly and without any shame love that soundtrack.
It's great. It's phenomenal. It really is good. I mean, give him lots of credit. He actually wrote the Firefly theme song. Now, he brought in a pro who put his own spin on it, which made it what it is.
Right.
This is more like a major chord, more almost boppy, and the guy changed it around, and it's this incredible theme song for Firefly. I created something that I had Nathan Fillion sign. Well, I concepted it. My wife created it. And the line is it's image of the Serenity with this incredible background of just gorgeous clouds behind it. And in the lower right-hand corner, it says, "You can't take the sky from me." I'll have to share that sometime. But so moving on, because I don't want to keep everybody all night. We're going to another 80s project, one that is, I think, not entirely forgotten, but largely forgotten, given that it was directed by one of the truly great directors and starring the biggest movie star on the planet and has been for a long time. This movie is mostly forgotten. But I have this action figure because it's one of the greatest character designs for a villain or any other character I've ever seen.
Ooh. That
movie
Legend?
is Legend.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord of Darkness, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
And
Tim
it
Curry.
looks a little tricky to see with the light and everything. This design for this character, one of the greatest costumes I've ever seen. It's unbelievable. And this was in the 80s.
When he came on screen, you were like, wow.
It's a shame that movie wasn't better. You know, it starred Tom Cruise, directed by Ridley Scott. I mean, that is an extraordinary amount of talent.
Yeah.
And the movie just wasn't very good.
Yeah.
But this figure, this character, amazing. My wife Danny bought this for me years and years and years and years ago. And the packaging is, I mean, this is solid Movie Maniacs line.
Wow.
You know, it's hefty. They came out with a carded version at one point. This is the one. I just think it's incredibly impressive. The figure is amazing. The design is amazing. So
now, I remember back at that time too. That's when you would go to the movies and they had double bills. You could see two movies. Okay. So I saw that. That was that was the backup to the Never Ending Story.
Oh,
so
wow! Yeah.
Theater. I saw Never Ending Story followed by Legend.
Yeah, wow, that's a lot of fantasy.
That's a lot of fantasy.
A lot of I like Never Ending Story. Yeah, definitely.
Continuing the fantasy theme, I'm going to take you to an 80s property that I mean, actually, it's based on a game. The game may have come out in the 70s, but the 80s featured a cartoon that I loved as a kid called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
I had that season in the other room. It's such a fun cartoon.
And I'll tell you what, and this is the villain. His name's Venger. And the characters, the design, all of it, great for its time and for kids. Watching it now as an adult, because I went back and I watched the episode that it just stuck out in my mind. And think of it this way, it's going to sound odd, but it was all these kids that were trapped, and they had, this is a different toy line, but I wanted to get this because Hank was my favorite.
It was a great toy line.
The Archer, yeah. And they finally made these figures, Mattel, in 2022. I want to say this, I think this came out in 2024. But there was an episode where, you know, the villain they're trapped in this Dungeons and Dragons world. And this villain always kept them from escaping. It was almost, think of like Gilligan's Island. Like they could never get off the island.
Right.
Just never get out of this land. So the good guys, the kids, they decided, this guy's always stopping us. We would get home if it weren't for him. So let's catch him and let's kill him. And that was pretty heady stuff for a kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
In the 80s. Like, wow, you know, there's a logic that makes sense there. This guy's always in your way. He's evil.
Yeah, remove him.
We catch him and we end him. We get to go home and we rid this universe of this horrible creature. And that was pretty, like I said, pretty heady stuff for a kid in the 80s.
Right.
Ultimately, they didn't kill him. But I will say this. That show, they just canceled it, and you never knew what happened. Unless you go to YouTube, because there was a finale script written called Requiem. And what fans did is they took that script and they culled images from the TV show and put that script together as best they did. It's not as high quality as the show, but for fans who are amateurs, probably just using Photoshop and doing it, it's actually really good. And it's the finale to the show.
What's it called?
I'm going to have to look that up because I have the actual show in there. I think 21 episodes?
Requiem. Oh, the Requiem.
There weren't that many. I think there were like 44 episodes or something.
Yeah, like 19 or 21, something like that.
It was a low amount. Yeah. I don't remember. I bought the DVDs years and years and years ago. I went back and I watched the one that I remembered, the one I was telling you about. And look, it was written for kids. I'm like, oh, this, you know, it's not like the cartoons we see now that are going to please the adults and the kids. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not as good as I remember. It's a cool concept, but, you know, it's very much for kids. But I wanted to see what happened. So I just happened to read about Requiem. I just watched it again the other day in preparation for the show. And it gives you some information about an unknown relationship between these two.
Ooh, like I'm going to watch that because I didn't know about it.
So it's 30 minutes. Check it out. And actually, I believe one of the original cast members, because they couldn't get the original cast to do the voice work.
Right.
They got one of them. So the voices they actually sound different, but they're pretty similar. And except for the one, I may have been Sheila the Thief. I'm not sure. She may have reprised role. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. It'll say in the credits, but they end the show. And that was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Now, who's your favorite character on there?
Oh, I liked Hank.
Okay.
The archer. You know, he was Willie Ames did the voice. He was kind of the cool leader. You know, I have all the other characters. I just didn't bring them all out because, like, I'm surrounded by action figures now. If I brought out every figure I had for each of these properties, it'd be mountainous. But this one was more expensive. This wasn't the Mattel. But I'm like, you know what? He's my favorite character. And I didn't think the Mattel figure was all that great. Some of them were really cool. So the Avenger, Dungeon Master, great. A couple others are really great. Hank was only so-so. And I'm like, well, he's my favorite character. There's a little bit more expensive one that a different company made. I'm going to pick it up.
I'm going to get that. Yeah.
So I did. So, cool. Yeah. Which brings us.
Sheila was my favorite.
What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. Yeah.
Sheila was my favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. She was great. Yeah. So, Avenger, I thought was a cool villain. Like,
yeah,
he was something about the blue face,
iconic imagery.
Yeah, great design, great animation. I mean, you know, you watch Super Friends and then you watch that, you're like, oh my gosh, this is operating on a whole different level.
And the thing is, though, when you're watching it as a kid, like he actually felt like a threat in a cartoon every time he came on.
Yes, this is a little scary, a little intimidating.
Yeah, it wasn't like G.I. Joe where they're shooting lasers and no one's hitting each other.
No one's getting hit.
Their plane blew up, but they
can't
shoot out. Yeah, exactly.
No,
we're highly trained military. We just can't shoot anything. Poor G.I. Joe, a victim of that era where they weren't allowed to actually.
Oh yeah, you couldn't throw a punch. Basically, I mean,
they were trained by the Imperial Stormtroopers.
Exactly.
Right.
Cool. Yep. Yeah. No, cartoons were very different back then. But speaking of cartoons, so this is a cartoon that came out, I want to say 2017. Very adult, very graphic. Thank you. Very graphic, but it's based on a property from the 80s, believe it or not. So this one, but I thought it was a Netflix cartoon. Again, very grown up. Don't bring the kiddies. It's called Castlevania.
Oh yeah, that's definitely an adult cartoon.
That's definitely an adult
very
cartoon.
gory, very violent,
yeah,
very intense. I think this figure and a bunch of these, I didn't choose them for this reason, but a lot of these have kind of
gone up,
skyrocketed in value for the last few years. So,
have you ever watched that, Jim?
I don't think so.
It's a good. If you like vampires, it's a good.
Oh, really? Yeah. I do like vampires.
It's terrific. The figures are great. They're Diamond Select. Here's one more. I think the whole series, but I wasn't going to bring them all. His son, Alucard, Dracula backwards. And the figures are really well done. The show is fantastic. Again, not for kids. But it was really cool. And, you know, that's not my normal fare. I'm not a horror gore person. But even though this had I'm like, it was just great world building, great storytelling, compelling characters. You know, Dracula does horrible things.
Oh, yeah.
People. And you understand why. Like, they make him a sympathetic character. And it's just, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I recommend it if you think that might be your thing.
Well, I also like that, you know, some of these companies, you know, much like Ralph Bakshi and a bunch of other people, understand that cartoons are a medium, and it doesn't mean they're just for kids. Just like comics aren't just for kids, right?
No, exactly.
Storytelling, no matter what medium it is, and it can appease any audience.
Yeah, it can appeal to anyone, and I think other countries figured that out a long time ago, and we haven't exactly.
Yep.
Oh, very cool factoid. Emily Swallow from I believe not just Supernatural, and you may have put this Mandalorian. You may have written that. I didn't see
the armor in Mando.
Yeah. So if that's your thing, or you know, if you think you might be interested, it was really well done. I recommend checking it out. And go ahead.
I just said it was good, Dave. That's all.
Oh, sorry.
I was agreeing with you.
I get on a roll and I, you know, so just interrupt me. Just like, shut up, Dave. I want to say I have something to add.
He's trying to get back on your good side after he put your channel down earlier.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I said it was fine.
Oh my God, he's doubling down on it. Mark.
It's terrible.
Castlevania is based on a game that I think came out in '86, but hit America in '87. Castlevania, like, so that wasn't on my radar in the '80s. I wasn't really into, because I think it was like a floppy disk computer game.
Right.
You know, I knew
Right. But it was one of those games that changed the gaming medium too. Like they kept making sequels. It kept staying popular. The narrative kept going.
Continued. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it turned out into a great TV show for Netflix too. So this one, despite my feelings about him right now, I brought these for Mark, to show Mark.
He doesn't deserve it, Dave.
No.
So now this property, is it 80s? Yes. Is it 70s? Yes. Is it 60s? Yes. Is it 90s? Yes. Is it the last 2-3 decades? Also, yes. So, Mark, I think you've probably figured it out. Like I said, no Star Wars. That doesn't mean there's not Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
So I found this at a toy show once. It's by Art Asylum, which I believe became Diamond Select. Yep. Phenomenal sculpt of Leonard Nimoy.
Yes.
As Spock. Just outstanding. So I couldn't pass it up because when I was aware of the show as a kid, it was on in reruns. I was not old enough to watch it when it originally came out. And I liked Spock. I think he looked cool.
Who doesn't like Spock, man?
Spock is awesome.
And that's another prop IP, right? I mean, because it succeeded on all fronts. It had this incredible concept by Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah.
It had fun scripts, and then you had a cast that was not only diverse, but they all just gelled so much and had such great chemistry together. Like you couldn't not enjoy yourself watching them. And it wasn't just the original series that benefited from great casting.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I mean, when the Next Generation came out, that became some of people's favorite Trek. Their Deep Space Nine, and it just kept going.
That one you just mentioned again?
Next Generation.
Picard.
There you go.
If he didn't have a Picard, he wouldn't be a toy thing you collect up.
By McFarlane. Yeah, no, you're right. They just continued, and the characters were, and the casting, in some ways, rose above the material at times.
Sometimes it was just pure camp.
Yeah, I think Mark knows this story, but when Picard season 3 was coming out, a buddy of mine, the cast was being interviewed on Sirius XM. And my buddy had tickets to go see it. And he had an extra one. He's like, Dave, do you want to go? I'm like, that sounds awesome. So I ended up in this tiny room that held maybe 30 people with the actors. I was sitting like 20 feet away from Patrick Stewart. It was just awesome. So after that, what's that?
Oh, and do you ever watch the interviews with them, like with Patrick Stewart and William Shatner, like how much being an actor in Star Trek just takes over your life
completely?
And just like how all encompassing it was for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Scott was it Scott Bakula who said it? I think, and I watched a documentary on this years and years and years ago. I think it may have cost him his marriage. You know, like these people, they were never home. It was a lot. It was a lot. So hey, Lenny. So that was a cool experience. Again, another series that had a legacy sequel in the Picard seasons. 1 and 2 were fine. I thought they were pretty good.
Yep, not bad.
3 was unbelievable. And again, if you told me Star Trek Next Generation is going to do it better than Star Wars, I'd have been like, that's ridiculous.
Yep.
Would have been wrong because they did.
That you're like, well, how are you going to get another captain with the charisma of William Shatner? And then Picard he just walks in like, yeah, I got this.
And that
hold my beer,
Hold my beer.
Now, I know this might be blasphemy for some of you longtime Trekkies, but it led to what I think is probably if not my favorite, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Star Trek anything. And that was the 2009 J.J. Abrams film, which was just a complete and total blast.
I loved all three of those. I thought they were great.
They're so entertaining. I'll tell you what, the first two I love. The third one, no matter how many times I watch it, I don't love it. I'm like, it's okay.
It's okay.
I really enjoyed the third one too.
But the first two, especially the first one, unbelievable. It literally, I've seen people make this argument, and I would get behind them. It is one of the most entertaining films ever made. It is
it's phenomenal.
It's really good.
So much fun. And the second one's almost as much fun. It's a blast too.
Kelvin Universe.
Yeah. It was such a smart way to revisit those characters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was really brilliant. And honestly, J.J. Abrams' best work, in my opinion. So Mark, that was for you, buddy.
Well,
Thank you.
You know, one of the most pleasant surprises about those movies too, right?
What's that?
You already knew that dude was going to be good as Spock.
Oh, Zachary Quinto.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're like, no one can be Bones. And then Carl Urban comes in and just nails it from the first line.
So good.
I'm like, all right, forget it.
Yeah.
Carl Urban's is just as good as Bones. He's great.
I'll tell you what. And that shows you Carl Urban's range.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Boy,
Exactly.
he can play in The Boys. He can play Judge Dredd. He's in Lord of the Rings. That guy.
Pathfinder, which is underrated.
He's
Pathfinder, which is underrated with him. I love Pathfinder.
I don't know that I've seen it. I don't think I've even heard of it.
Viking.
Cool.
Yeah, him and Moon Bloodgood. And it's got one of my favorite character actors in it too, Clancy Brown. And you can barely recognize him in it.
Highlander.
Yeah. I got two favorite character actors that are in a lot of things. Him and Ron Perlman.
Yeah, Ron Perlman. Fantastic.
And you did lose Chekhov in that.
Yes.
That was
really
and
sad.
He was great. He played it great. He was like weaker, you know. He's like.
And on a side note too, one of the greatest actresses now for these genre films. She's in all the major franchises. Zoe Saldana.
Oh yeah. Highest grossing actor in film history now. Her movies have made the most money.
I mean, what Star Trek, Avatar, you have Guardians of the
Galaxy plus the two Avengers films that made over $2 billion. Yeah. She's fantastic. Okay. That whole cast is terrific. And I just watched that movie again 2 nights ago with my nephew, who I sent you pictures of, and I forgot to ask you to pull them up. Maybe we'll pull them up at the end. Okay. And he thought it was a lot of fun. He really enjoyed it. And he didn't have any real knowledge of Star Trek coming into it. Oh. So all the levels that we appreciated, knowing like, that line that Spock drops, you have always been, my friend, I'm messing it up. An iconic line from Wrath of Khan, all these Easter eggs that are just loaded in that film. Those aren't on his radar, and he still loved the film, and because it was exciting and fun. So
it was so good.
It was.
I loved it. And Mark, I wasn't sure because I know you really love the original series, and I know some people who are fans didn't take to that series, and I thought it was.
I think though, there's always those people like, oh, nothing beats the original, no matter how good it could be. There's always those people that don't ever want to say anything's as good as the original. It doesn't matter.
And I think they're just closing themselves off.
Right.
To a whole different part of that universe. And I really enjoyed the Kelvin Universe line. Disappointed that they didn't keep going.
Agreed.
And then it fell off the rails.
Could use more space whales.
Yeah, could use more space whale.
I'll say this. I think someone asked Chris Pine the other day about the 4th Star Trek because there's chatter. Yeah. He's like, you probably know more than I do. Like, so as of now, it's not moving forward yet.
Yeah. Which is too bad because, man, I thought those deserved a lot more attention than they got.
But I'm going to tell you something that might blow your mind a little bit. That first movie was 2009. That's 17 years ago.
Yeah.
The original series was 66 and came back 79, 13 years later.
Yeah.
So
never say never.
No.
Never say never.
But
I really like Next Generation. I love Voyager.
Okay.
huge fan of Deep Space Nine. I just couldn't get into it, but the Kelvin Universe Star Trek, I was on board. I just thought this is really a new, fresh take, and they explained why, so it was all good to me.
I agree. The alternate timeline was brilliant. Now you can let go of your past and preconceived notions of who these characters were. Right. This is who they are now in an alternate timeline. And then a brilliant.
Some people, like Captain Janeway's their favorite. Anson Mount is getting incredible attention for his
Strange New Worlds is fantastic.
Yeah. Like people love him.
Strange New Worlds is phenomenal.
It's so good. I feel like it walks that line of it kind of has some of the old school feel at times, but it really has very, modern new sensibilities, and it's really good. And Anson Mount is fantastic as Captain Pike.
He is.
And I like Greenwood in the movies. I thought he was a phenomenal Pike, and Anson Mount just comes out and does this. It's like, wow, okay, Pike's a great character now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah.
Now you haven't had any Battlestar Galactica stuff though.
So I have a Cylon somewhere. I have a couple toys somewhere. Yeah, I did enjoy that show somewhat as a kid.
Right.
We'll see something similar to that towards the end.
But another one that doesn't hold up as well as you thought it would when you try to rewatch it. You're like, this is kind of rough.
No, it is. And honestly, I didn't watch the updated series either. I
never did either, although people loved it.
I think the idea of Cylons being sort of just people who are replacements, I'm like, nah, I kind of like the almost stormtrooper quality of those original armored Cylons. So I guess maybe because that was a little bit more Star Warsy and a little less, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't appeal to me. And then I heard the ending was kind of disappointing. Some people loved it, some didn't. So I'm like, well, okay, maybe one day. Maybe one day. So okay, we're almost at 9:00, and I've got a few more things, so I'll get rolling here. I'm sorry, I don't
rolling. There you go.
So now for the 10th thing, before we get to the 1 and the 1, I don't think you can. I don't know. It's arguable, but is anything more quintessentially 80s than Arnold Schwarzenegger? Terminator. I just. Arnold is so 80s, and not just Arnold is the Terminator, but to me, I want to say it's an underappreciated film, but they've made a bunch of sequels recently, so maybe not. The Predator franchise.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first one is awesome, directed by John McTiernan, who directed Die Hard just before he did Die Hard. It's a great film.
It is.
There's a guy online.
What I like is the first Terminator is a horror movie with sci-fi elements to it.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Agreed. And
just like the first Alien, it's more horror than sci-fi.
Yes. No, it's very much a horror film, just in a sci-fi setting. So I wanted to, show off Arnold because he was phenomenal as the Terminator and great in Predator. Predator 2, I thought, was still pretty fun, and there's a reason, and I'll get to that in a little bit.
That's my least liked Predator movie out of all the sequels. People love Predator 2, and I just think it's
I'm with Gary on that one. It's okay, but
you'll understand in a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit more. A little bit. So that was my 10th. Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2 of his iconic 80s roles. So that brings us to, I think normally we do personal story and speculate, but I always switch it.
All right.
So I'm going to do the speculative figures, and then I'll get to the personal story. And in speculative, it's not Ted Lasso, even though there's going to be a new season. It's not Gremlins, even though there's going to be a 3rd movie coming out in like 2027, I think. It's not that. My speculative one, and really, the internet did my job for me.
Okay.
This week, when they released the new Masters of the Universe.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, this figure, now He-Man, this property came out, I want to say in 82. And, the cartoon, 83, basically the cartoon was a half-hour long commercial for the toys.
Yeah.
And I will say the strength of this toy line were the initial designs. Like He-Man was a cool looking character.
Well, and Skeletor, like one of the best designed
is an
villains.
awesome looking character, you know. And they had a few really cool ones, Castle Grayskull, all that. And then they just got silly, you know. And I didn't own the original figures. I didn't have them. I thought they were great, but I had Star Wars, I had G.I. Joe, I had superheroes. So I never really got them. And by the time it came out, I was starting to get a little older. So I was kind of, you know, stuck where I was. But when I saw this figure, this is based on the Filmation cartoon design. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I need to buy that. That's just cool. He looks like he stepped out of the cartoon that I watched when I was growing up. So I snagged this one. He fetches a pretty hefty price on eBay these days, as does Skeletor.
Dave, I gotta ask you.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the money supermarket ads they did with He-Man and Skeletor dancing together?
Having the time of their life.
My gosh. I mean, how perfect are those ads? They're so good.
Amazing.
You're watching them, you got a big old smile on your face. They look great. It's just fun.
It is. It
And they
is.
did
No, sorry. I didn't mean to cut. When I heard about the new film coming out and that it involved planet Earth, I'm like, oh no.
Why do they always have to involve Earth?
It got ridiculous. The first one that came out was, I mean, I've never seen it, so I can't comment, but I've heard some not so good things about it, and it didn't look good. And you know,
I enjoyed it, but I just hate that they went to Earth, and like it's always like money, right? Oh well, it's cheaper to film here instead of make a whole new world.
And I'll tell you what, I am kicking myself. They released a line of action figures based on that movie, and I had Dolph Lundgren as He-Man in my hands for like $40, and I'm like, I don't need everything. And my bad, you know.
You need Dolph Lundgren as He-Man and the Punisher both side by side,
right?
Exactly. Yep.
But I'll say this: I saw the trailer for the new movie, and it looks like a total blast. They released pictures today of the action figures, which look fantastic. I'm like, oh, I know where some of my money's going in a few months.
And, you know, they went on and got Idris Elba in it now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know.
Oh, I know, Man at Arms. Like, it looks cool. So that's why it's my. If you're gonna speculate, I think Masters of the Universe is gonna be hot.
And that '80s movie had one of the first after credit scenes.
Oh, did it?
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's where Skeletor comes
Yeah,
out.
Skeletor. Skeletor comes out of the fire. Yeah.
Yeah. That was Frank Langella.
Yeah. And that actually costume looked pretty good back then.
Yeah. That wasn't. Yeah, for that time, it was
for '80s. That was a pretty good costume.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. They did a pretty good job. I will say I've seen the new trailer, and I'm sure it's all CGI, and Skeletor looks fantastic.
Good.
So yeah,
we have a place here not too far, well, like a couple towns over, called Eternia.
Okay.
You would die in there because it has like OG stuff, it has newer stuff, and I'm not just you know the He-Man line. I mean, like my friend bought I don't remember what ship it is, one of the Star Wars ships, and he's like, you need to take that down so I can look at it. So
that's my only apprehension. I'm not a Jared Leto fan.
It doesn't.
I don't hate him, but he doesn't make. I'm not seeing a movie because he's in it.
Right, and it feels like a lot of the planet feels the same way as you at this point. My feeling is he's entirely CGI. He probably won't sound like himself. Like
they'll make him Skeletor.
Well, I'm not hating on him, but there's something like, oh my god, Jared Leto. I'm like, I'm like,
a lot of people have been.
He's a serviceable actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
It's like Mark's ringing endorsement for my channel. So
what an endorsement, Gary. He's a serviceable actor.
He wasn't terrible in Morbius.
He can hit his mark.
Actually, I liked him in Morbius, and everybody hates that movie, and I actually enjoyed Morbius.
Okay, interesting. I've never seen it.
I thought it was fun.
I did not like Craven, so I heard it was similar. So I'm like, I won't bother.
I didn't watch Craven.
I don't think it's similar to Craven.
I got to though. I mean, I like the actor who plays Craven. I think that poor guy, he doesn't get the break he deserves.
Yeah. Who played Craven, you mean?
Yeah. The same guy who played Quicksilver.
He's a good actor. I like him. I just didn't like that movie. Yeah. So that brings me to my last one.
The last one.
Where I'm invoking the Travado clause, because it's more about a reason than anything.
Nice.
I've got a few, and this one here, we lost Buck Rogers this year, Gil Gerard.
We did Gil Gerard.
Oh, and that was a show, created it because of Star Wars. Any sci-fi space kind of property, when Star Wars hit, they're like, well, what can we do? Buck Rogers was one.
Yeah.
I had fond memories as a kid. I know, you watch it now, it's very dated.
Yeah, but Aaron Gray still looks amazing.
Yeah, I was very much in love with Aaron Gray when I was 7 or 8 years old. So
tightest pants in space.
So Linda Carter and Aaron Gray were my two. I want to grow up to marry them.
Yep.
So because we lost Gil Gerard, I wanted to, showcase him as my personal connection.
And one of the more iconic beginnings of a TV show too, like that opening, sticks with you.
Yeah. The music.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Although in the movie they have some guy singing to it.
Yeah, they do. The movie
Not
was
good.
bad.
Not good.
The movie lead-in wasn't as good as the TV show.
Oh, and they were like sitting on these lights. They were trying to be James Bond, and it just didn't work. But the TV show was, especially the first year, was fun. And then they had new showrunners that made it an entirely different type of show.
Yeah.
They were like just trekking through space. It was like Wagon Train in space. And Hawk was a cool character, but the rest of the show wasn't all that good. So, it only had 2 seasons. I think honestly it's a concept that's ripe to be done again, rebooted.
That and Flash Gordon, like they can both be done right.
The fish out of water will never get old as a storytelling device. A guy wakes up 500 years later, Rip Van Winkle. Buster Crabbe's cameo was fantastic. Man, that guy was still jacked.
Yeah.
He was not a young man.
No.
But my final one connected to that was an actor we lost a while ago. He's an actor. Growing up, I absolutely love this guy and everything he did, because he was just such a D-bag in the best possible way. That's Bill Paxton.
Oh yeah.
Aliens. Oh, game over, man. Game over, man. You're in charge. He was incredible in True Lies. Weird Science.
Weird Science as Chet.
Oh,
he was such an asshole.
Oh, dude, but what? He was amazing. He
just wanted to punch him.
Jerk.
Yeah.
And he had like in a way that no one else did. And in fact, I didn't love some of the movies where he was kind of the straight lead hero, like Twister.
Yeah.
But he was even in T2. He was in that opening sequence.
Terminator.
Terminator. The opening
he was
sequence where he was one of the
Terminator, like
one of the
nerd.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he was in it. He was.
Like
he was
he's famous for being killed by a Terminator and an alien.
I would repeat my favorite lines from True Lies because they're so good, but I think we're trying to be family friendly. So and when he died way too soon, that one stunk.
Definitely.
I mean, it stunk to lose Gil Gerard, but I think he at least hit 80. I want to say Bill was. I don't know if Bill hit 60.
No,
I don't think
he was
he
in
did.
Titanic.
Yeah, he's in Titanic. Yes, and it was such a tragedy to lose such. And I'd heard such good things about him as a person, and I would go watch movies that weren't any good just because he was in them. Slipstream,
Twister.
And
Predator 2 that we were talking about.
One of the reasons I like Predator 2 is because Bill Paxton is in it, and he's a D-bag in that one too. So that's another reason.
By a Terminator, a Predator, and an alien.
Yep, absolutely. And then there was also this 2-pack for Aliens that came out later.
Oh, nice.
Paxton, Hudson and Hicks, Bill Paxton and Michael Biehn. Mm-hmm. I loved Bill Paxton when I was growing up, and I miss him. I wish he were
one of my favorite lines from Aliens too.
In American movies.
Hey Sanchez, you ever get mistaken for a man? No, have you?
Oh, have you? Yeah. So good.
Such a great comeback line from her.
It is. It is. He's just,
Right, Michael Biehn, one of my favorite character actors as well.
Michael Biehn, yeah.
Michael Biehn.
Especially, I love one of my favorite James Cameron movie is The Abyss. Love The Abyss.
Yeah.
Ed Harris and Mary Elizabeth Monson, the whole cast. Michael Biehn, amazing film.
Yeah.
And that part where he's trying to save her life, and he's like, "Fight you!" Fight. I'm like emotional in the theater, going, "Anyone looking?"
Yeah. No, it's.
But he plays that crazed out Navy SEAL, and you're just like, oh boy, he's lost it.
Michael Biehn's great because he could play like the hero that you connect to, or he could play like Bill Paxton, like he's like the asshole in the movie.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
But what I was gonna say too, like you brought up Bill Paxton. Any actor you see that talks about Bill Paxton, no, there's not anyone out there with a bad word for Bill Paxton.
Oh, I know.
Everyone loves him across the board.
A beloved actor. Yeah. People talk about what a great guy he was, how he came up supposedly like with a bunch of his lines, like a lot of his classic lines he made up, because he's in another film, a horror film called Near Dark.
Oh, Near Dark is amazing. I love Near Dark. A good 80s genre film.
Same time as Lost Boys, and it kind of got overlooked.
It's better than Lost Boys,
but it's a very different film.
It's very dark.
Yeah, I mean, after he's like slaughtered someone and he's like licking the blood, he's like finger licking good, and it's just like he's amazing in it. He's just amazing. He was amazing in whatever he was in. I think if he got the opportunity, like I said, Twister, he was more like your generic leading man. I feel the same way about Harrison Ford when he plays sort of your generic leading man.
Oh, like Witness.
I like him better as a rogue.
Yeah.
Indiana and Han and Shrinking. He's great. The curmudgeon. But Harrison Ford is. But so I wanted to showcase a couple of my favorites who have passed.
Nice.
But I have their action figure. So
right.
I looked it up. He was 61 and it was complications to a stroke.
Right.
Yeah. Shame.
Yep. Horrible.
One of the action figures I have that I'm glad I have, because I think it's the only thing with his facial likeness, is I have the Thulsa Doom figure from Conan the Barbarian. Like, at what other action figure do you have James Earl Jones likeness?
Yeah.
Right.
True.
He played Vader. He was the voice of Vader, but what?
You don't have the Field of Dreams action figure?
I know, right?
Field of Dreams.
I missed out, Dave.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He always have his voice figure though in Darth Vader. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. Yeah, that is cool to have yes, I did know that Shrinking season 3 came out, and it's a great show. Harrison Ford's awesome in it, so is the rest of the cast. It's a lot of fun.
They didn't drop the whole thing, did they?
What's that?
They didn't drop the whole thing. Are they just doing an episode at a time, or?
I don't think so. I think it's probably. It seems like most streaming has gone to that. Basically, it's now what television always was. Comes out every week and has commercials.
Yeah.
I think that's a better format though than just dumping it all, because
I agree.
When they dump it all, everyone talks about it for a week and it's done. When you release it week to week, it becomes a water cooler show.
So they're doing that with Starfleet. So like every Thursday you'll get a new episode of Starfleet. Yeah. And I'm enjoying that more than them just saying, okay, here's 10 episodes or however many they filmed. I can't
I like that they're doing that with Fallout, because I think Fallout's a great show. Yeah. On Amazon Prime. It's so good.
They have action figures of those characters too. McFarlane.
Yeah, Ella Purnell. You have Kyle MacLachlan, who's another great character actor.
Yeah.
Walter Goggins as the Ghoul is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, he steals the show. Okay, come on.
He's in The Righteous Gemstones.
Gemstones.
Oh,
Little baby Bubba.
Yes, Jackson.
He is hilarious in that show. He's phenomenal.
I think he's another one that does the exact same thing. He will come up with lines that aren't in the script.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it past him one bit. I mean, especially when he's doing comedy.
Right. And Walter Goggins, he's another one of those actors. He just has presence as soon as he shows up.
Yeah.
As presence isn't something you could teach. Some people just have it when they show up.
Played a cross-dressing. He played a woman in Sons of Anarchy. I mean, like, They did the full body transformation on him. He looked gorgeous. I was like,
Yeah. All right.
I know you know, and I was just like, I called my brother and was like, is that Walter Goggins? He's like, dude, I almost missed it. I could not believe it. Say, yeah, man, he's one of my favorites. I mean,
But Dave, man, that
Great.
was a great show.
great.
Glad you liked it. Thank
I was
you.
making guesses of what you would bring, and I was off.
Yeah.
I hope it
liked
was
that there were
surprising.
surprises.
Lots
Yeah,
of
I
good
thought we were going to
surprises.
see some Gremlins and some Goonies and stuff like
Nah.
that.
And Jackson, I wasn't asleep. I was looking something up for Dave.
I mean, you know, when you were like, no superheroes, like, no superheroes. But this is
You know what?
better because you know what? I was waiting for you to pull out the hoverboard when you showed Michael J.
Back to
Fox.
the
I was like,
Future?
oh my gosh, does he have a hoverboard?
I do not. I would if it worked.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Did we talk about my mullet? Yes, I had a mullet in the 80s. That's why we had that picture up. Yeah. And believe it or
Just
not,
real quick, we're going to throw these up for Dave.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now I wanted this. That is my nephew holding up a sweatshirt being signed by William Zabka. He was an extra in Cobra Kai. And when I did the Karate Kid stuff, I wanted to mention him, and I was going and it slipped my mind. I'm sorry, Caden. But we're getting you now because he was an extra in the show. He loves it. My nephew actually binge watched Smallville with me when he was a kid. And Smallville's his second favorite show, but he loves Cobra Kai and that Karate Kid universe. And you know, it inspired him to take up martial arts, and he's quite good at it. So yeah, it's really cool. There he is. William Zabka's in the middle in the white t-shirt. My nephew Caden, Doug's son, is all the way over on the right.
He's a good kid. I've met him.
He's awesome. He is awesome. So really talented too.
And then, of course, just so you don't miss it, there's the mullet again.
Wow.
Yes, I played football. No, I did not play it well. So
But when he ran down the field, his hair was blowing in the wind.
There you go.
Oh, underneath the helmet, fluttering. It really gave you drag.
When I was getting run over and basically used as a tackling dummy, yeah, hair helped cushion my fall. No,
I was looking something up for you, Dave. So
What's that?
back to your Masters of the Universe, and you want to spend an enormous amount of money. If you can find the Eternia set from 1986, average is about 3,000 US.
No, that's what I'm saying. That store has all of the original stuff.
That's right. And here's the thing. I'm not a huge Masters of the Universe fan. When it came out, I loved the design of the original stuff, and I watched the cartoon and I enjoyed it well enough for what it was. But I didn't have the figures, the original figures. I didn't buy them. I didn't have them. You know, it wasn't. I thought they were cool because I'd never seen like these big muscular figures before. But like, and I think I mentioned, and not to besmirch the property, but come on, like Buzz Off and Stinkor, like it got silly.
It got silly.
They got
right.
silly, so.
Now, the original mini comics that came with those, so had great artists like Earl Norman and stuff on them. And I didn't know if you know this, Dave, but there is a collected edition. And if you look for it, it's a thickie. Yeah. But if you look for it, like I didn't pay full price for this. I paid $20 for this.
Nice. That's all the mini comics, right?
Yeah, all the original mini comics and some of the modern ones. But
nice.
And those mini comics, there you can find them pretty not bad. Like
no, yeah, they're not. There were so many of them. We actually Doug and I found a lot of Masters of the Universe stuff, including the comics.
Yep.
But it's got great articles on it, plus the ones. So if you're a fan of that and you like the books, this is a volume worth
Good
having.
To know. That's cool. Good to know. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to the movie, and we'll see. I was actually looking to see if there were trade paperbacks that had some of the more modern collected stuff, but I wasn't having a lot of luck. I don't have a lot of comics of Master of the Universe. I only have one. I made sure to grab the one that was by again, I'm blanking, Drusan of Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. It's just a really cool cover.
Oh yeah.
And Drusan's was an amazing artist. So all those iconic movie posters. So
And you know,
that one.
I don't know who we were talking about this, but the art of the movie poster, the art of putting those together is it's a lost art these days.
Yeah.
Movie posters these days just don't pop like they used to back then.
It's
We
all
lost,
Photoshop digital.
We
Right.
we lost an artist this past year that was what he did some of the best posters that came out. I can't think of the guy's name, but I remember they showed they said, "Oh, here's the guy that did the poster for this movie and that movie," and
But even for comedies, look at Vacation.
yeah.
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 Well, the Frazetta movie posters, just
Amazing.
amazing.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a lost art. Like I would buy a book, a coffee table book that's just old movie posters in it.
I have that. I have Drew Struzan. He's got a couple books out.
Yeah.
Yeah, love them. Got them for Christmas a couple of years ago for my wife. So
Well, I'm glad that you brought out some Star Trek for me, Dave. I much appreciate it. I liked it.
welcome.
And I was just teasing about your show. There's many of the episodes that I laugh a lot at.
Oh, don't
I'm
worry.
gonna go watch it.
It's all good.
I already got
Some are better than others.
I
So
already got the private message from Dave to blackball you from future guest appearances.
Yeah, you're done, Star. You're done.
Okay. Well, I think I've been done from the show before.
Right?
this isn't your first rodeo, huh?
No.
But the next time he'll be back will probably be models. Maybe.
Maybe.
Done until we need to show some stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Two
there's
shows
always
a week
something
for
to
6
show.
years,
I mean,
Mark Andrews.
there's always something to show from Mark's house.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. So thank you
But,
for letting me show off
Dave,
action figures that I don't like. They're such a small part of my collection. You
but
know,
they were amazing.
So thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And,
No,
and
Dave's
so
got
much
an
fun.
amazing collection.
And obviously, when we were looking at them all, it brought up all these memories. We talked about how many side tangents did we all go on?
Oh
from
my
all
God.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to go watch Tremors really bad. You know?
Right?
I wasn't
Yeah.
planning to, but I kind of want to. Maybe
Jim,
tomorrow.
you gotta watch. You gotta watch Tremors. You gotta watch Firefly. You gotta
Right.
watch.
You got to
You know-
get your brown coat status. You'll understand what that is once you
Castlevania.
watch Firefly.
Yeah, Transylvania.
Yeah.
Transylvania, 65,000.
No, sorry,
Yeah.
I know. Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Yeah,
But Transylvania 65,000 is a funny movie.
yeah, it is.
But always thank you to my two co-hosts, Jim and Mark. It's always great to have more people along for the ride with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Mark, you already know you can bully your way onto any show you want. You're always a welcome addition to any episode. It's always a pleasure to have you on. Jim, I'll have on all the time. I'm making him do double duty these weeks because that's what he gets. And Dave, always a great guest, man. You bring not only the passion, you bring information, and your collection of the things you have is amazing as well. Always fun to take a peek at.
Yep.
And I love the history that you bring along with them as well. So great stuff. And to all of you who are watching us live, thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody's links in the description below. If you're watching us on the rewind, go sub up to them or follow them on Instagram. Mark probably posts the most content out of any of us, so you'll get a lot from him.
Yeah.
But you might find your new favorite content creator, so go check everybody out. And of course, as we like to end this thing, until next time, thank you for watching and keep it casual.